strange, though, when you look at that, because we were talking about it earlier, that, you know, shrimp, it is an insect, but we quite happily eat that.
Yes.
Pick the legs off it, take the head off, and...
I know,
delicious.
and lobsters and things. That, as you say, we'll happily eat them as a treat. But these... Oh, God. It's not done me any favours, and I felt so confident I was going to have the scorpion as well. Not now.
I love the scorpion.
You wouldn't love the scorpion?
I love the scorpion.
Oh, my dear fellow. There you are.
Well, those fellas are really...
So you mean you're going to take it
Well,
home?
I've had those. The aftertaste of them is just horrendous. It is there for hours, but I'll have that.
Yep. You're going to eat it now in front of us?
Well, I'll put it all in my mouth. It might.
Yeah.
I'll break it in half. And
That's a good idea.
Make it manageable.
Yeah.
Half the poison, half the fun.
How do you do it?
God.
You're telling me something, innit?
That is... Wow, that is one tough...
I think the scorpion might be alive. I think it might be like Han Solo.
Hey!
Well, not anymore, it's not.
Right, tail end or front?
Well, I would go for the front. The tail end might have a sting in it or something.
Always ask a lady.
Yeah. Hey! Oh! James!
Oh.
Well, you could hardly break the thing, so...
Come back in 9 hours.
Oh, you're having one too. Good for you. Excellent.
Well, I've been licking the brittle and I thought I was going to be here all night if I'm trying to get... I was eating it like a club biscuit.
So
Just get all the chocolate off.
is it quite sweet in there? Is it sugar? It's basically sugar, isn't it?
It's horrible, the brittle.
Can't feel my toes.
It's like hemlock. It just works all the way up.
It's like bonfire night with death.
Go on, Sarah. You know you want to.
You've got to be joking.
Have a lick anyway.
Is this what you had, the chocolate and...
I had the
Sarah,
chocolate
just
and-
think,
chocolate
what if we all developed superpowers as a result of this? How could you eat that? He has the power of...
You saw what it did to me.
He has the power of nausea.
That is absolutely repellent.
It is,
As soon
isn't
as you break the chocolate, it whiffs.
I know, it's not nice.
Hang on. Something's happening. Something's happening.
Oh, my God. Something...
Woman, a scorpion! Oh, God, I can lick it.
I don't know.
Are scorpions known for forward rolls?
Definitely.
Oh, yes, Sarah, you're showing your ignorance there. They're very famous for their forward roll.
Remember, what you have to do is show me the proper Italian way to eat spaghetti. You can use any of the things. Phil is doing very well.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
No, you drop it in.
That, isn't it? Against the side of the plate and then...
No, drop
Exactly.
it in.
Twist it round. Don't... Oh. Oh, Johnny, baby. Whoa!
Those are some mad skills, Johnny.
My jaw comes apart.
Can I just say, this is the best quiz I've ever been on.
And how are you eating yours, Alan?
You want to see me with ostrich eggs?
By hand.
Do you know, the thing is, Alan gets 20 points because that's how Neapolitans eat spaghetti. They lean back and drop it into their mouths by hand.
That's not fair. Alan thinks mashed potatoes are finger food.
Yeah.
Parmesan, please.
I'll have you Parmesan.
Parmesan's a weird food because it tastes delicious. It smells like the gym socks of a child with some sort of glandular problem.
I find it's actually the other way round.
And I never buy it, you know, pre-packaged from the, you know,
the shop.
places that sell food.
From the spaghetti cellar?
Yeah, I buy it off people in the street.
You do?
They tell me it's original Oregano.
Lovely.
And they dangle food over me. And they dance around and they go, look, a bloke with a house and we get to play games with his mind.
What? If you brilliant. Another round of applause, I think. What's going on here?
Ooh. Are they,
Are they not a word as a piece of glass?
Kissing fish.
are they fighting?
They're fighting.
I think they're called kissing fish, but
Yeah, but
because
that
it's
may
what
well
it
be.
looks like. But,
But they don't
But
kiss.
they're not kissing; they're fighting.
Exactly right. Gurami is their name. They don't kill each other by doing that, but one of them will get really knackered and sometimes dies of exhaustion. It's never utterly fatal.
See, it looks like the end of a balloon, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? It's just like the enemy. Well, what other fighting fish do we know?
Oh,
The what do you find? It's fighting fish.
well, they call them samurai fighting fish, but...
Not samurai, no. Siamese fighting fish. Very popular. They're used like cockfighting as a sport. They keep each separate in a little, just alone in a tank, so it doesn't waste its energy by seeing another male.
There's another version and they have little swords.
Well, they're really vicious fighters, and the one that loses just flees for its life, basically. But you bet on them, essentially. It's like cockfighting used to be.
They're not the fish that eat all that spare skin off your feet, are they?
Oh, supposedly,
Have you
that's
done
right.
that, Jack?
Have you done that? Yeah.
No, I'm a bit worried that if I
Really?
put my feet in the hot water with a little fish...
This is for pedicures, where they put these tiny little fish in, isn't it? And they supposedly nibble away at your dead skin.
I'd be
you
more
worried
worried
it
that
would
they
be
didn't
some-
want my feet.
That's an
Put your
insult.
feet in and they all go to the side again.
Ugh.
Get a little mouth blockage.
I've done it. At first, it's really strange, and then when you get used to it, what's stranger is 15 people filming you. Like you've got your feet in tag going, ooh.
You did it on a for TV thing, did you?
No, I just did it in a shopping centre.
And all 15 passers-by decided...
Yeah, just went, oh,
There's
look at-
that Johnny
look at-
Vegas
look,
having
there's
his
that
feet...
Johnny Vegas getting off and putting his feet in water.
Yeah. They have a lung-like organ in their bodies, these fighting fish, which means that they can breathe air. And actually, if we had enough supersaturated water with oxygen, we would be able to breathe water. And some people believe this is the future of the human race for, for diving and space travel and things like that, that we actually breathe water.
You do know after this I'm going to go home and drown.
No, don't.
I take in bits of what you say to me and then guarantee my family it's safe. Stephen said I can breathe underwater.
There are certain earlier things.
I am the future!
Read the plot of, or sing a song from, the popular musical The Bathrooms Are Coming.
The bathrooms are coming. Thank God, I need a shit.
Hello, can you do me Sisters Are Doing It For Themselves?
The bathrooms are coming, lock up your pipes. The bathrooms are coming, where are your knives? Kill them, they'll be coming. Kill them, the bathrooms are coming for your lives. They're coming for your souls.
I've had it installed now, but there's nothing to pay till September. I'm on a HP high, and ain't no debt collector ever gonna bring me down.
Water may be very hot.
Don't let the grout go mouldy on me. Country and Western.
Well, if you're gonna do country western, it's gonna be fixed shower head, driving me wild. Can't find my crevices, no matter how hard I try. I'm gonna put my leg up.
No, don't.
Pull my jump to the side.
Thank you. Well, that was a big surprise. Thank you very much. Do you know what that might be? The Bathrooms Are Coming, written by a Broadway musical composer, but not for Broadway.
Was it a bathroom
commercial or
company?
something?
Yes, the American Standard, they were called. And this was one of many, many, many industrial musicals which had their heyday between 1950 and 1980. 30 years of exciting musicals for conventions of various companies and their salesmen all over America. And they would write specialist musicals just for the salesmen, just for the conventioners, not for the members of the public. But they had big budgets and they were written by Broadway, serious Broadway composers who hid their names, I think.
Yeah.
But that's an example of one. The Bathrooms Are Coming in. An original musical presented by American Standard, as you can see. The Sound of Selling. B.F. Goodrich, 1966 sales meeting musical.
It's not exciting.
The Saga of the Dingbat.
This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Isn't it?
It's mental, isn't it?
These were
Going on?
Well, when it started in the 50s, by about 1955, America made
Gone
two-thirds of the world's goods. Two-thirds of manufacturing industry in the world was American.
Was this at the height of this week's show was brought to you by Lorimer Cigarettes?
There was all that sponsorship going on
yeah.
the Ed Sullivan Show and things like that, yeah.
So, wait, hang on. If you wanna, hang on a second. Oh, hang on. If you've a hankering for knowledge, but can't be asked for college, then this is the show for you. Something like that.
That's the one. That's the cue.
It's really quite interesting show.
What is this man's official title?
Is it the Pope? Head of the Catholic Church?
Yeah, it's not his official title. So we rang, I love this, we rang the Papal Nunciature. Guess where they are located?
Lowestoft.
Wimbledon. And the spokesman translated the Pope's titles from the Vatican's official directory. They are Bishop of Rome, Vicar of Jesus Christ, Successor of the Prince of the Apostles, Supreme Pontiff of the Universal Church, Primate of Italy, Archbishop and Metropolitan of the Roman Province, Sovereign of the State of Vatican City, Servant of the Servants of God, but not Pope.
Try fitting that on a name badge.
I know! It's a colloquial term from the Italian Papa, so it's a style rather than an official title.
Why do you think those guys all around the back are looking in the air?
Because their hats haven't landed
and the Pope's
yet.
looking forward.
My hat came first!
Supplementary question, is the Pope Catholic? I mean, literally, is the Pope a Roman Catholic?
He's a Roman Catholic. Yes.
Because the Pope, that is, this man, is not called the Pope, then he is a Roman Catholic, this one is a Roman Catholic, but the actual Pope is the Pope of the Coptic Orthodox Church of Alexandria, and his official title is Pope of Alexandria and Patriarch of all Africa on the Holy See of St. Mark the Apostle. So he is definitely the Pope, but he isn't a Catholic. He's the Pope of the Coptic Orthodox Church. So the Pope, the man whose actual title is the Pope, isn't a Catholic. The Pope isn't officially called the Pope, and the man who actually is the Pope isn't a Catholic.
Clear?
Yeah. Cold-blooded creature.
Lizard.
So there are some.
Yes, there
yes,
are.
but there are also.
That's why they like the sun to warm up.
There are also.
We've had it on here before. I learnt that on here.
Yes.
He's spent 10 years doing this show for pieces of information like that.
But I've arrived with new information.
Oh, no.
Simon Cowell.
There are, in fact, warm-blooded lizards and, indeed, warm-blooded fish. Almost all reptiles. You're absolutely right. That's a horrible picture.
That's not a good one, no.
That is a jackaroo caiman eating a catfish.
Or the catfish eating a caiman's tongue.
Yeah. Almost all reptiles and fish are cold-blooded, so they depend on their surroundings to heat them up. However, in 2015, we have just new news. Scientists have discovered warm-blooded lizards and fish. Oh, I know. So that lizard there on the left can heat itself up to 10 degrees warmer than its environment, and nobody knows why.
And they both live together?
No, they don't. Those are... Well, they look surprised, and the fish looks very surprised. It's called an opa fish. It's the only completely warm-blooded fish.
How is it the only one? Is it just really awkward? I'm sorry, how do you become the only fish that's warm-blooded out of a whole... Or did it just have an overburning mummy made it a hot water bottle and it just ate it and had an idea?
It's a really good question, only because the fact is we don't know how warm-bloodedness evolved.
It's a hot water bottle.
And then
it looks like a hot
decided
water bottle shape.
Well, was that more prevalent post the wipeout of the dinosaurs? Isn't there a theory that they died because of the change in temperature?
Well, the thing is, dinosaurs were neither warm-blooded nor cold-blooded, but they were somewhere in between.
They were just right, weren't they?
Yeah, they were just right.
That lovely Goldilocks blood.
Because there there are disadvantages to being warm-blooded, OK? Because one of the things is you have to keep eating to get fuel to maintain the constant body temperature. So if, for example, a lion was as big as a Tyrannosaurus rex, it probably wouldn't be able to eat enough to survive.
But isn't there the theory on the dinosaurs where they died out because over a certain temperature all the eggs hatched as male, and below a certain temperature they all hatched as female, and then the temperature went down and they all hatched as female, and then there were no one to mate with?
Well, there are as many theories about how the dinosaurs
But that's the
were
correct
related.
one.
That's
the one that I can vaguely remember, I'm 90% sure is 100% correct.
There's someone who's never watched King Kong. Massive gorilla, mate. Twatted all of them.
Well, that's spoiled the end of that film. Now...
What would you find at the exact centre of the observable universe?
Oh, you?
Well, oddly enough. Possibly. Norfolk, yes.
There isn't a centre of the universe, really. So isn't the centre of the universe just the person who's looking out? Because it must be the same...
You are so absolutely right, it hurts.
In any direction.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely right. But I remember at school them doing something with a balloon. The teacher, and he put loads of dots on a balloon, and then he sort of said it was like the closest to explaining the universe as he could do.
That's absolutely right. Although there has been an absolute statement of where the centre of the universe is, which is that it's at the meeting of Bank Street and 6th Street in the town of Wallace, Idaho. There it is. Centre of the universe.
Is that the mayor of Idaho, though? Has he said that?
Yeah.
Well, it covers
They're doing well
Idaho.
for tourism and gone, why don't we just say the centre of the universe is here?
You're absolutely right.
Just made it
He
up.
said it because there was no particular scientific evidence to say that it wasn't the centre
Oh, I
of the
see. So
universe.
he does.
They decided in that...
We'll have it.
Everywhere, then.
Yeah, but it's Americans like to stake a claim. They're land grabbers. It's in their... It's in their DNA, so to be.
Yeah.
Not that we weren't in our colonial era, of course.
Isn't the sun the centre of the universe?
Well, sorry, I didn't want to laugh at
What a way to build me confidence for the rest of the show.
That was the most... I thought that was a serious question as well. We both looked to you and you looked at us like the peasants on the land. Going, will we ever be free of this tyranny? Never.
I might go in the toilet, but doesn't the Wiki Hole Witch live there?
Well, I'm sorry that it sounded quite so patronising. The centre of the universe is apparently Bank Street and 6th Street in Wallace, Idaho, or...
The sun.
Yes. You unutterable beasts. The exact centre of the observable universe, you'll find the unbearable likeness of Johnny Vegas, or whoever happens to be observing you. First animals to be herded for food. Yes.
Well, the first ones would have been an experiment, so it would have been guinea pigs.
Very good, very good, very good. Goats. Not goats. Yes.
Chickens.
Oh, no, not chickens.
Chicken soldier.
I've done it again.
With the letters.
Yes, Johnny.
T-Rexes.
Oh!
Pterodactyls.
No.
Godzilla.
If I tell you the letter...
Was it...
Eggs!
Oh, the
eggs! Eggs! They were easy to move around the field.
No.
You could be a very lazy shepherd.
Shall I tell you the Latin name of that help? Helix, helix.
Helix, helix.
They've got a spiral on them. So the audience knows.
Snails.
Thank you, audience, for telling Alan.
They herded snails. That must have taken ages.
You think? Absolutely.
All you had to do was build a wall.
Snail farming seems to date back to 10,700 BC. The earliest things archaeologists have ever found that we appeared to farm.
Sorry, hang on. An archaeologist discovered that. So he's
Yes.
on a dig site and he found a snail and he went, oh, look, they must
No,
have...
that's not quite really.
I found a tiny snail farm. Send more money, mother.
So, in all seriousness, they dug up a bunch of snails and went, they must have been
I
farmed.
have proof.
No, they obviously wouldn't just say that, would they? Say, oh, we found some snail shells
therefore it's a farm. Obviously, one assumes
They found a
that as
tiny plastic
archaeologists...
fence and some tiny plastic animals.
Exactly, and some sheepdog bones near it.
Yeah, and a die-cast man with a whistle gun.
Exactly right. Tell me about snails' sex lives.
They do it by themselves, don't they?
They're all hermaphrodites.
Ah, wow.
Did they find some spinach, you know, that someone has grown for the first time ever successfully and then just hang around there, leaving the mess? Like dirty snail teenagers.
Possibly. They do dance and kiss for up to 20 hours before sex.
I know they do, but, you know, why do it on the plant?
Yeah. Good.
It's my first harvest.
Do you know, they have an optional...
You fork out on a grow bag and you think life's going to be different, don't you?
Johnny. Snails have an optional sexual organ. Do you know what it's called? Which they can use for sex, but they don't always because it's quite dangerous.
A second arse.
The vaginas. Second arse. It's called a love dart, actually.
The love dart?
Yes.
Well, that's a happy coincidence.
Yeah. It's actually more like a 7 to 11 millimetre dagger.
Well, exactly. This is uncanny.
It releases chemicals to stimulate the stabbed mate, so they stab their mate with the love dart.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. It can result in injury if carried out inaccurately.
Of course.
But use of the dart doubles... Exactly.
Should have done it in
Sounds like an
daylight.
episode of Midsummer Murders.
It does, doesn't it? It does double the chance of offspring, though, using the love dart. What's the best place to punch a shark?
In a pub. In a pub after loads of pork scratchings when he's really dehydrated. And then you look really hard and people who aren't sharks go, don't want to mess with them.
Yeah.
In the eye.
In the eye is the right answer, yes. Yeah. A lot of people, for some reason, seem to think the nose. They may be confusing it with dogs. But the eye is the best place. Or the gill. The eye or the gill. It so happens that more people in the world are bitten by New Yorkers every year than they are by sharks.
But not in the water, though. I think, though, you have to take into account the relative seriousness of that event.
Well, no, actually, funnily enough, 81% of victims attacked and bitten by sharks suffered minor injuries.
OK, how many New Yorkers a year bite someone's leg off?
I don't know, but they may well cause rabies and other hideous diseases.
Well...
And certainly more people are killed in America by lavatory accidents than sharks. But what saddens me is 120 million sharks every year are killed by us human beings.
For their fins?
And just for their bloody fins.
Just
and
for what, sorry?
Fins.
Shark fins.
Often the rest of the body's thrown in the water. It's a tasteless thing, a shark fin, as well. It doesn't even taste of anything. Chicken stock has to be added to it to give it flavour.
But I hate sharks.
Well, why would you? They're beautiful, extraordinary animals. They don't harm anybody. What, because you find them ugly?
I think they're scary. They're incredibly scary. Every cell in my body, when I see that, says, it is the enemy.
They've got far more reason to be scared of a human than
Majority
human has
of
a
mammals
scarf.
see human beings and exactly...
I would say they would. Look at the miracle of their teeth. That's extraordinary. They have rows of teeth. No, listen. Their teeth go backwards. And they bite, and then they fall out, and the next one literally comes forward, like they've got conveyor belt of rows of teeth going all the way back in there.
More impressive than that, Stephen, is how she's managed to do a lipstick underwater.
It is well, isn't it? Very pretty and charming.
Now your talk of razor-sharp teeth on a conveyor belt's making them sound quite sweet.
So, anyway, a shark's nose is a shade too close to its mouth to go jabbing around there, so your best bet is to go for the gills or the eyes.
Where would you find the largest body of water in Africa?
It's not going to be that massive, massive lake. Is it going to be the Nile? Is the Nile the largest body of... Is it, therefore, that massive, massive lake?
That massive, massive lake? What lake are we talking about?
Is it not Victoria? No. Is it a river that goes into a lake that never ends from the top of the continent to the bottom or something?
Are these all traps and it's just someone with a massive paddling pool or something?
Yeah, no, none of those things.
Is it underground?
Yes.
Oh. It's underground, it's underground.
A reservoir? Underground, it's the most unlikely place.
Thank God, Sahara Desert.
It is exactly right. It's
50 points.
Yes, well done, Alan, very well done. Underneath the eastern end of the Sahara lies around 150,000 cubic kilometres of water. That is 3/4 of the total amount of water held in all lakes in the world.
Wow.
It's basically a huge mass of very wet rock, and every single crevice, every nook, every cranny is filled with fossil water, so water that's been trapped deep underground rather than it's part of the water cycle. Wow. And the Nubian sandstone aquifer system is the largest known fossil water aquifer system in the world. It spans a land area of 2 million square kilometres, lying under much of Egypt, Sudan, Chad and Libya. Africa was once home to the largest freshwater lake in the world. It was known as Mega Chad, and it covered an incredible area of Central Africa, more than the whole of the British Isles. So if we superimpose the British Isles on top, this will give you some idea of how big this water mass was. And then 1,000 years ago, it suddenly shrank.
I had an idea for a television series once, where you would move Britain to a different part of the world and then discuss the consequences. You know, climate, neighbours, nearest war zone.
High-budget stuff.
Yeah. I was told by quite a well-known producer that it might work as a segment, but not as a whole show. Looks like I might have to podcast the bastard. I mean, what you'd have to deal with is all the people on the island who didn't want to move.
Yeah, you might have to...
Come on, we could go to the Indian Ocean for a couple of years. No, this is where we are. But you hate Europe. You don't want to be anywhere. We can move you.
I think it's definitely a segment, Danny. Lake Chad is tautological. Do anybody know what that tautological...
Does it mean Chad means lake?
Yes, Chad means lake in the Kanuri language. I love things like that. Sahara, desert, is another one, tautological. Canvey Island, Wookey Hole Cave, Pendle Hill. This is Lancashire. Pen means hill, Dull means hill, and hill means hill. So it basically means hill.
Hill!
Oh, I heard you.
Was it named by someone who fell down it?
Yes. Why that? Hill!
You fell down the what? The pen. The what? The hill. What? The hill? Pendle Hill? Yeah. What happened? I fell down it!
What Danish trick gets English pulses racing? This is a long time ago. So, who were the Danes that first came to the UK?
Invaders.
Vikings. Vikings. OK, so we're talking 11th century. And they seduced English women using the power of cleanliness.
No.
Yes.
Soap. They washed.
So, they washed.
The great washed met the great unwashed.
Yeah, so when they came and, you know, they invaded and established the Dane law, they tended to come without women. They married English women, and this upset the locals very much. But according to a monk called John of Wallingford, the Danes cheated by washing. This is a new idea. The Danes made themselves too acceptable to English women by their elegant manners and their care of their person. They combed their hair daily and took a bath every Saturday, and even changed their clothes frequently, by which means they undermined the chastity of the wives, which is a totally different story to all the rape and pillage thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No. So there is a theory that all of that was written down by Englishmen who'd had their wives taken, that it was rape and pillage. And there is another theory that, in fact, they turned up unbelievably good-looking. They just rowed across the North Sea.
Had a bath and went on the pool.
Yeah. That guy, I mean, he could pull me. He's looking, don't you think?
I'd service a man, you know, if you're going, what's that stuff you use?
It's a little...
Stops me
that was a
standing
very
like
little
me.
gesture. I would service a man who would almost imperceptibly service a man.
Just a little bit under the arms, please. Come on, Jack. Sure I'd like.
But they did wash, and it was a sort of secret weapon. So there are some experts who suggest that we're not much better than the Vikings, really, in our washing habits. They did a study in 2018. It was the US Centre for Hygiene and Health in Boston, and they claimed that modern-day bathtubs, I don't know whether you guys are bathers or showerers, 100 times as much bacteria in a normal bath as in a rubbish bin. Apparently, they recommend if you are going to take a bath...
Do it in a rubbish bin.
Well, that, or shower before and after.
I've had a water meter fitted, so I just swim at canal.
What did you just say?
He's had a water
I've
meter
had a water
fitted,
meter fitted,
so now he just swims in the canal.
I'm from Guildford, so I'm stuck here.
Why might a bath be good for you, even if it's full of bacteria?
I think you get lighter in it, and it takes stress off your joints, and it's almost like being in space, but for a shorter period.
It improves your circulation and it lowers your blood pressure, which is what you were trying to say, isn't it, Johnny?
No, I was trying to say it's like being in space, but thank you, Sandy.
Cornflakes were invented by accident. But what were they originally used for?
Food, glorious food!
It was... Originally, they were the world's most difficult jigsaw. It's the original.
It was for putting in mattresses for monks as an anti-masturbation sound trigger device.
Johnny Vegas! Take some points.
You're joking!
It's unbelievable. Well, you didn't get it precisely right, but the point is they were originally designed to discourage masturbation. They were... It's absolutely... It was not actually by the noise you would make if they were a filling for a mattress, which was your idea, which is a reasonable idea. But it was John Harvey Kellogg, as you probably know, and his brother, who had the Battle Creek Sanatorium, and Kellogg and his brother, there's John Harvey, I think, was obsessed with their hatred of masturbation.
They made gloves out of them.
That would be a lacerating experience, I grant you. But no, it's...
Whereas Cocoa Pops...
Every exam I sat at school...
Yes.
You masturbate
I
with
put
cornflakes.
masturbation as an answer. Walked away with nothing, but stuck with that idea and it's paid off!
You're right. Well, what happened was they'd been rolling out wheat dough and they accidentally left some overnight and it broke off into flakes and they discovered that some of their patients enjoyed it with cold milk. And Kellogg was convinced that cereals taken in huge quantities would somehow act against the libido and stop the deleterious practice of masturbation, which he thought caused acne, extreme mental and physical debility, heart disease, atrophy of the testes, dimness of vision, epilepsy, insanity, and short-sightedness.
If I have Cocoa Pops, I'll run out and shag a hole in the wall.
They don't put that on the packet, do they? No. That's never been their marketing policy. Cocoa Pops.
No, this might get you excited too, but Kellogg also advocated enemas.
Oh!
Yeah. Visitors to his sanatorium in Battle Creek would follow a water enema with a yoghurt enema. A pint of yoghurt, half of which would be taken orally and half anally.
Well, you want to sort out which is which.
Yeah, you would. Good smoothie.
Would it shift bacon round?
Would it shift bacon round?
It was a question.
Isn't it?
It was nothing.
No, it was important. And
let's wait till we holiday in Paris.
Yeah, all right. So there you are. The Kellogg brothers hoped that cornflakes would prevent masturbation. From flying fish to the fishing fly. Oh, ho. Why do women make the best fishermen? Yeah.
They're all descended from mermaids.
It's a very sweet thing. I don't know that that's true.
I can imagine you whispering that into a girl's ear.
And in 1654, they negotiated a deal with the octopus witch to let them also have the voices back.
I'm still asleep.
I need to write this down. If I can teach my kids this.
It must be. This is
16.
It was a massive summit.
It was. You might be right, Johnny. I'm not sure. I'll check.
It was like Rivers of Blood speech because a lot of the mackerel were told to short.
What? I see that now. Okay. Okay.
I think I actually know this.
Yes, go on. Tell.
I did know a bloke. He used to get his wife to give him a discarded pubic hair because there was a chemical in it, and he used to her-rig his boilies fishing for carp because they think that it gives off.
You're absolutely right. This is what people think. You're right. You're right.
I'm a pervert for years.
You're right that this is what people think. As it happens, it is completely untrue. Someone wrote a letter to the field in which he said he'd had huge success using his wife's pubic hairs, and a whole generation of fishermen copied this. And there was a belief that pheromones, which is probably the chemicals you were after, pheromones that women give off. But there are a number of problems with this, chief of which is that there is absolutely no evidence that humans give off pheromones of any kind.
So why are women?
The fact is, the British record for the largest fish caught on these islands is held by women. There was a 64-pound salmon caught by a Miss Georgina Ballantyne. But the fact is, she was a very experienced
Yes, she
angler.
is.
Why does she think it's a saxophone?
I will be in a relationship. Oh, dear God, throw me back.
In fact, and there was a 66-pound catfish caught at Oundle by another woman, Bev Street. The point is that if men had caught these enormous fish, no one would be groping around for reasons as to why men were such good fishermen. The fact that women happen to hold the record is everyone suddenly going, well, there must be some explanation for that. It can't be because they're good at fishing. It must be because they give off a chemical. Because
their pubes are attracted to fish.
Right, yeah.
Now, 'tis the season to be jolly, and tonight we have some jolly, silly questions. In fact, we have trawled the QI archives for the silliest questions we've been asked over the years. This one is from 2006, and it's from a Mr. Alan Davis. Alan, this is the question that you asked in 2006. Perhaps you would read it out.
If you went up into space with a mouse and an elephant, would they both become weightless at the same time?
Right, so there is you in 2006 asking this question.
I forgot that you were in the Wonder stuff.
So what do you reckon? You've had 12 years to think about it. If you went into space with a mouse and an elephant, would they both become weightless at the same time?
I would say that, yes, they would, because gravity disappears from both of them at the same moment, right?
Yeah, if there's no gravity, you weigh nothing, so it doesn't matter how big or small you are.
Yeah, but the elephant would be so afraid of the mouse, maybe he jumps.
Elephants can't jump, did you know that?
Don't mess with his
It's
science.
one of the reasons why they're afraid of mice.
Because they can't...
Alan, if only the elephant had the foresight to stitch a tiny hat for the mouse and learn to fly.
Ah, well, we will come on to flying elephants in just one moment.
I'm so glad, because I know nothing, but I watch a lot of Disney films.
Well, then, this is the show for you. How many species of elephant are there today?
2.
3. There are 3. There is the Asian elephant.
Got it back. Grabbed it straight back.
There's the Asian elephant.
It's harder than it looks. Nice
It's
job.
got the bloody answer on it. Come here, sweetie. Thank you. There's one Asian kind and there are 2 African. There's the African forest and the African savannah.
And there's the space elephants.
Yeah, the space elephant. Well, we're going to come on to the one with the little hat. What was called?
Dumbo.
Dumbo, OK. How big would Dumbo's ears have to be to enable him to fly?
Oh, good question.
Very
I'd
good
say 30
question.
metres either side.
OK, so we have actually done the maths.
I would say they'd have to be longer at the back.
Why?
If you look at an aeroplane,
Yes.
the wings are in the middle and
Yeah.
these are at the front.
Yeah. So they'd need to...
So it's not how wide they have to be, it's the depth.
Yeah. I don't know why you didn't go into something technical for a living.
Come round and I will show you my big book of rejection letters. Honest to God, the one off NASA is just...
Yeah, you're not allowed to come up and you're not allowed to bring your elephant either.
So the width?
Yeah,
the
so...
I think that's
So here's the thing, if they were rigid, they would have to be a 20-foot ear span, is what we've worked out. But if they were floppy like a hang glider, this is Dumbo, they would have to measure, and we've done this to scale, OK, they would have to measure 60 foot from tip to tip in order for this to work. So if you take that, darling, so that's how big, if Dumbo were real, the ears would have to be that big.
I'll be honest, if they were that big, the mother would reject him.
Yeah.